What's up, guys? Boys and girls? How is everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's good. Hopefully. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see. Hey, Eric. All right. So, what's up, Michael Clay? I do have 2 spots left in this break if anybody wants them. I decided rather than doing a duck race for 2 $4 spots, I would just show it. And if somebody wants to grab them, you're welcome to do so. We had the Brennan Poole and Cole Rouse spot for 4, and Timothy Peters and Wendell Chavot for 4. So if anybody would like either or both of those spots, you can let me know. But like I said, I just decided I wasn't going to take the time to do a duck race filler for those 2 spots. I was more interested in kind of moving forward with where we were at in the evening and keeping things rolling. So, and if nobody wants them, that's fine too. We'll just leave them as house spots. It's no big deal. So let me get some gloves on. Brian Kessler says he'll take the Poole spot. And then Eric said he'll take both. Eric, I'm going to give you the other spot then, since Brian already said he'd take Poole. Brian Kessler. And I'll put Eric on the other one, which is Peters and Chavot. I appreciate you guys doing that. Like I said, just felt like it was easier to do that and offer it to everybody live and just say, hey, anybody want it? By taking those spots, it did give you guys an extra spot overall in the break. And we're going to talk about the giveaway here in just a second. So here's our owner list. As of just a couple minutes ago, I think Jake already paid, but I didn't have a chance to mark him down, and I didn't have the chance to double check, but I think I saw where his stuff already came through. So I think I'm just missing payments from Paul, Nate, and then, of course, Brian and Eric. When we're done, you guys can do yours after the break. That's no big deal. You don't have to worry about fussing with that right now. This is the giveaway for tonight. This is another custom card, but of course, as you can probably tell, it's a custom Dale Sr. booklet. This is one that I did when I was trying to kind of figure things out a little bit. Not that I've got anything figured out now, but I was just, kind of messing around and put this together. It was more so just trying to figure out how to make the booklet fit size-wise and just kind of everything that went along with that. So I'm going to be honest with you. This card is not my best work. When you get it home and you get it super up close, you'll be able to see a couple flaws in it, which is why I never wanted to sell it or anything like that. But I figured for a giveaway, somebody might, if you're more than a foot away from it, you can't tell. It's one of those things where you got to be right on top of it to see the problems. So, it might look cool on somebody's display shelf, and then you can see a couple little flaws on the back. I wish I would have had this stuff centered in a little bit better for the back, and it was one of those that it's not my best work, but I think it's still cool, and I think somebody will still like to put it, maybe on their shelf or something, maybe on your desk at work if you got a desk at work or something like that. So, it'll come to you in the mag, which is nice. So anyway, that's the giveaway for tonight. And I've got everybody in here except for, let me go ahead and add Eric. Patton. On those 2 spots those guys just took, and Brian Kessler. All right. Interested in making a few custom cards for my autism auction in June. Yeah, Brian, shoot me a message and let me know what you need, and we can talk about that. That gives me enough lead time to work on something for sure. I'd like another one if you can make another. Let me see what I've got. I can make another one, Eric. My hesitation is with the cracked ice finish. But I can make another one. I just don't know how quickly. But message me. Anything related to that custom card, questions or whatever, shoot me messages because it's a lot easier for me to keep track of. So, all right, here we go. We're going to do 3 times, and then the winner is going to be at the top on the giveaway. So there's 1, 2, and 3. So the giveaway is going to go to Glenn Collier with the Ty Dillon spot. So congrats, Glenn. Appreciate the support. Obviously, with custom booklets, there's more work involved. This one took a good bit of work because not only did I assemble the booklet and everything, but then I put the cracked ice finish on it too, which is a whole nother step. So the booklets are definitely more expensive and more time consuming and all that, but I know people like them. Customs are one of those things it's time consuming for sure. But I do enjoy putting them together and seeing what other things we can come up with. It's kind of a fun process. So, all right. We've got our 4 boxes here. 2018 certified. Tonight is night 3 of spring break week. And I know I said I was going to have a drink for you guys, but I just wasn't feeling it tonight as far as alcohol was concerned. But I will give you guys the recipe for the drink that I was going to make tonight if I had done so. So it's real simple. It's about 50%. This is a drink that you're going to make in a glass, like in a it's a sipping drink. It's not a shot. It's a sipping drink. You're gonna start with a glass of ice. You're gonna fill the glass about a fourth of the way with Mountain Dew. It can be regular Mountain Dew, Diet Mountain Dew, or Mountain Dew Zero, whatever version of that you prefer. But you can fill it about a fourth of the way with Mountain Dew. And then you're going to add about a fourth of a glass of Captain Morgan, a fourth, maybe not quite a fourth, maybe a little less of Malibu coconut rum. And then you're going to top off the rest of the glass, the last 25-30% of your glass with more Mountain Dew. And just kind of, give it a little spin. And it should be a very bright green color. It should be about the color of my glove, maybe even a little bit more yellow than this. But it should be a greenish yellow color, very bright, tropical looking drink. It's a nice sipping drink. It's very tasty for at the beach, by the pool, that kind of thing. So that's what I was going to make tonight. And like I said, just wasn't feeling it. So no sense in forcing it. But I figured I'd share the recipe with you guys. Maybe we'll make it tomorrow, and I'll show you what it looks like. But been fighting, kind of all day today. I've been fighting this headache, and I think somebody mentioned in the break earlier today, or earlier this morning, that maybe I was dehydrated, and I think that might be the case. I think I might have somehow got dehydrated a bit, and that's kind of the primary reason why I didn't want to be drinking on top of that, because if you're dehydrated, that's not the wisest move. So, but yeah, it is very tasty. So, all right, good luck to everybody. Eric Amarola, certified swatches to 49 blue. AA. And Danica Patrick out of 199 red for Lewis. All certified team Kurt Busch, 73/99. Kurt will go to Nate. Certified stars Trevor Bayne out of 199. Trevor goes to Scott Dixon, which that's an interesting claim for Scott. Another one of those curveballs that you guys like to throw me once in a while. There may be another schedule change. I posted an update to the schedule for this week earlier today, but there may be another change coming. So stay tuned for that. Cameron Haley, 5/99 blue. Going to Dave. But anyway, originally my local track, Atomic Speedway, was supposed to be racing tonight, or not tonight, on Friday night. And so that's why I had the break scheduled early. And then when I realized that the weather was going to cancel that, I moved it later. And then just within 20 minutes of me posting the update, I found out, oh, well, I've got something else I need to do Friday evening. So I got to move it back to an earlier posting on Friday. Ryan Newman out of 149 for JR. So Friday's break will be rescheduled to a little bit earlier in the afternoon again, or early evening, I should say. And then Sunday, because Atomic here, I think it looks like they're going to be able to get their race in on Sunday. And I'm planning on going if I can. 16/25, Austin Dillon for Michael Clay. So we'll have to rearrange Sunday's schedule slightly as well. Oh, we got a big card here. This one's going to make me jealous. Yeah. Wow. 17/25. Red Freshman Fire Suits RPA for Andy Caldwell. Talk about color match. Not only is the parallel a match, but the fire suit, the relics of color match. It all works perfectly together. That is breaking my heart. Congrats, Andy. The trials and tribulations of being the breaker are rough sometimes. But I'm super happy for Andy. That's awesome. Congratulations, man. Kudos for sure. Very nice hit. Yeah, that card has the it factor for sure. It's got it going on. Whew. Kyle Petty. 36/75. Silver. That one will go to Troy. Got a gold Richard Petty Epics 21/49. For Richard, going to John. How's everybody feeling about spring break week so far? Is it your first spring break week with us? I mean, it's 4th annual. And I know I've got some folks that have been here from, I've got some almost day one group members. Boy, we got another purple Austin Dillon. Certified Stars, 16/25. So 2 short print Dillons in the same box. We might be in the Dillon vortex, as Logan and Val like to say. And then Casey Kane to 3.99. But anyway, I was asking about spring break week. I've got some folks that have never been here for spring break week before. So hopefully everybody's enjoying it. Casey Kane going to Ken. I think both were 16/25 too. Yeah, they are. Talk about the brother-sister pair. Yeah, they're both 16/25. You're right. That's interesting. That's pretty neat. Good looking out, Paul. Old Eagle Eyes. Truex. Jamie McMurray. We've already got 2 patches and 2 relics. That's an extra hit. Dale Jr. to 2.99. Fire suit, and sheet metal. Dale Jr. is going to go to Rob Shelton. So we got 5 hits out of that box. That's never a bad thing. Yeah, that was a good box there for sure. Empty box. I'm seeing all the conversation about autism, and I'm not, I guess, kind of in the conversation because I can't keep up. But you guys just talk about it amongst yourselves. And yes, Brian, I will be glad to support whatever you got cooking. I'll be glad to support it. 140 of 199, Richard Petty. If that is donating some custom cards, or I can put some team bags together with some cards or something like that. Richard Petty is going to go to John. Denny Hamlin, 175 of 199, red. Going to Sea Salt. Then we got a red William Byron to 199. I grabbed the wrong penny sleeve. Fire Suit Tire and dual sheet metal goes to Lewis. I grabbed the wrong penny sleeve first, then I grabbed the wrong top loader second. Boy, I'm just a disaster right now. Cole Witt and Elliott Sadler. Let me open some more 100 points. Should have had that drink, right? You're probably right, but I just wasn't feeling it. 34 of 99, red, Fresh Faces, Matt Tift. Tift is going to go to Dave. There you go, Dave. And then we got John Hunter to 199, red. I'm going to go to Sea Salt. All certified team Logano to 149. Going to John. I didn't put it on the schedule because I wanted the schedule to be all spring break week stuff. But tomorrow afternoon, I will post the race pool for this coming weekend. We've been posting it on Wednesdays, and so I'm going to continue to do that tomorrow. But I know it's not on the schedule, so some folks might not be prepared for it. But I will post that tomorrow. I'm not quite sure what we're going to put in the mix for that. I need to figure that out fairly soon, though, don't I? So, blue Matt Kenseth going to Andy. There we go. Mirror Gold. Dale Jr. 16/25. Dale Jr. going to Rob Shelton. Nice hit, Rob. Here, let's switch him out. We'll give you a little gold action instead of Kyle for a minute. Christopher Bell's going to stay hot. Certified materials to $4.99. Race used fire suit. Going to Andy. And we got Fresh Faces, 47/49. Ryan Blaney. Going to Andy. Andy's having a heck of a break. Good for you, man. Good for you. Oh, we got an old redemption. That could be a real bummer. A redemption from 2018 is not an ideal situation, but luckily this doesn't happen too often. Certified material signatures gold. Jimmy Johnson. Oof. Going to Sarah. You never know, Sarah. They might have it. I would try. Worst that's going to happen is they're not going to have it, and you're going to get, stuck with something else, some points or whatever. But worth trying because, man, that's a nasty card if you can get your hands on it. I would try. I would try. Cole Custer to $1.99, red. Race used fire suit. Yeah, I would. Like Dave said, I would call Panini before you enter it. Even I would call them. I know for a fact that if they have the card, they will send it to you. So, Fresh Faces, Chase Elliott to $149. But Dave's right. I think the move is call first, see what you can get done on the phone before you even enter it. Yeah. Chase Elliott going to Paul. See how you can do. But I do know for sure that if they have the card, they will try to fulfill it. And, that's a big card in our world. So, We got on the redemption thing, and now we got a bunch of people. It's like the airing of grievances, which I understand. I hate redemptions. You guys know how I feel about redemptions. They shouldn't even exist. If they don't have the card in hand, then don't even print the redemption. Just treat it like that driver doesn't exist for that product. But then make sure that driver's not getting paid for it either. So. Kyle Larson to 199 red. Going to Lewis. Yep. $66.99. Blue Epix Jimmy Johnson. Going to Sarah. I've said this so many times, though. If you've got a driver if you've got an athlete, not just a driver, but if you've got an athlete that you've got a redemption out for and they haven't signed, but especially drivers, because drivers rely on sponsors. In my opinion, the best course of action is to make social media posts and tag that driver and tag those sponsors and say, I'm waiting for this. You know, as a fan, it would be great if you would take care of, you know, the XYZ, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You know, considering that all the other drivers, there's 100 and some other drivers that can fulfill. Why are you the only one that can't, type of thing, you know? Like, don't be completely rude about it, but you got to be kind of stern sometimes. 42.99 blue, Julia Landauer for Dave. So, but I know everybody knows where I stand on redemptions, but I also don't fully blame Panini. I mean, Panini's the buck stops here, but the drivers themselves or athletes themselves, there's no excuse for not doing it. But a lot of it falls on them. So we got another mirror gold. This time Kyle Busch, 23/25. Boy, that's bitching. Gonna go to Sea Salt. Kyle Busch. And we've got a blue David Reagan, 17/49 on card auto. David Reagan goes to Jake. Trying to think about the schedule. Tomorrow night, tomorrow night is IndyCar night. That's right. Tomorrow night's IndyCars. Oh, this is nice. Trevor Bayne, 4/49 certified signatures. That's pretty cool. Fire suit and sheet metal. Trevor Bayne goes to Scott Dixon. Yeah, a gold will be out of 10, Sarah. Yeah. Trevor. The filler. BK 86/199 skills. Full circle moment. First ever hit in this group was Trevor. But that's pretty cool, Scott. DK. Going to Cody Sharp. Just don't know how to go about it. Have 3 Ross redemptions. Yeah, I mean, Eric, what I would do is make a, like, if you're on, Facebook, well, obviously you're on Facebook, but Twitter, X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, seems to be where more drivers are more active. And some on Instagram, but I'd just make a post and say, hey, like I would literally type it out like, hey, at Ross Chastain, was super excited to get 3 autograph redemptions of yours from Panini a year and a half ago. Any chance that those have been signed or could be signed in the future? As a fan, would love to have those. And just leave it at that, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be pushy, or like I said, definitely don't have to be rude or confrontational or anything like that. But just letting them know, like, hey, it's on the radar, and and we're fans out here, like, we're buying products with your names and faces on them, and Thank you, Scott. Thank you. Blaney going to Andy. Dixon wasn't going to let that opportunity slip by. He's like, Mike, put the ball on the tee. I'm going to take a swing. Ooh, 5 of 10. 5 of 10 purple. Piece of the race. Martin Truex Jr. That's nice. It's going to be race-used tire, I do believe. It's not cold like sheet metal, so I think that's tire. But out of 10. As soon as I said it, fingers started taping. Hey, I'm glad I could give you some comic relief tonight. Nice, Truex. Let's put him up there. Sorry, Dale Jr. Phew. Certified. Certified. It's certifiably really nice. Fresh Faces Bubba out of 199. Going to Andrew Bly. And we got gold. Cole Custer out of 49. 9 of 49 to be exact. Going to Glenn. Again, Glenn won that Custom Dale Sr. giveaway too. Piece of the race, Tony Stewart out of 499 on the tires for Nick Chase. I should have made a post for everybody, but if you guys are looking for a race to watch tonight, FS1 has the High Limit Sprints on live. I'm hoping that we're going to get done with this just in time to catch the feature for me. But they are on currently, I do believe. All right, fourth and final box. All right. Good luck to everybody. If you haven't hit yet, I'm rooting for you. BK. Cole Rouse. All certified team to 199. Chase Elliott. Going to Paul. I think I said there was a race on and everybody was like, oh, let me go see what's on TV. Matt DiBenedetto out of 199, red. Going to Brandon Barton. Dave said, yep, totally did. Well, good. I'm glad. Like I said, I should have made a post about it and didn't. I want to say there's like 4 or 5 nights this year where the high limit sprints are going to be live on FS1. So keep your eyes peeled. I'll try to do better at giving everybody heads up when I know, too. Landon Castle to 199. Going to Brandon. They're always on Flow if anybody's else is a Flow subscriber, but Flow has slowly become a partner of not only Fox, but Amazon. And so I think it's cool that they're trying to work them into kind of the mainstream television channels as well. Certified stars to 199. Sorry, I was going to say 149. 12 and 199, Kyle Busch. Excuse my ignorance, but what are high limit sprints? Brian Doobie, if you've ever heard of the World of Outlaw sprint cars, it's basically the same kind of thing. It's just, tomato type of thing. You know what I mean? Like different series, but same level of competition. National Touring Sprint Car Series. Oh, okay. All certified team, 6 out of 10, mirror green, Kyle Busch. Yow. Kyle Busch going to Sea Salt. Mercy sakes. Let me get a mag for that. Your explanation was better. Well, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Kyle Busch out of 10, going to Sea Salt. Nicely done. I'm going to move C-Bell, even though I love that card. I should see if Andy would want to trade that. Considering it's pick your driver format, I doubt that. He probably took Bell because he wanted a Bell card. Ryan Newman to 199, going to JR. Never watched before, but there you go, Brian. Yeah, that's good. That's what I love about when they do this on, like FS1 or whatever. People that maybe aren't really dirt fans or sprint car fans at all, it gives you a chance to check it out, and you got no skin in the game, right? Like, it doesn't cost you anything. You can watch for a little bit, and then, if you think you like it, then the next time they're on, you can watch a little more. And oh boy, this is going to be a nice one too. Certified materials. Oh, this is awesome. 7 out of 10. Richard Petty. Certified materials, patch auto, Richard Petty, 7 out of 10. The only thing that I consider to be just as good as a door number for Richard Petty is the number 7. That is bitchin'. That doesn't suck at all. Not even a little bit does it suck. There is no suckage. Sheesh. Champ is in the house. Very nice. Certified is just so freaking good. Piece of the race, Kyle Busch, number to 399. Going to Sea Salt. Stop the break now. Oh, hey, we're on the roll. Might as well finish it off, right? We could have something else still hiding. Byron Blue Fresh Faces out of 99. I have an idea for 2027 for Panini. Certified Absolute Torque Chronicles Donruss. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am for that, Scott, but I'm going to be greedy and I want a 6th release. So give me Prime instead of National Treasures, because we've had National Treasures for a bunch of years in a row since 2020. Let's take a year off from NT and give me Prime again for our 6th release. And I would be tickled to death with that lineup for 1 year. There's enough products that they could make where they could do a rotation that would, really get people excited, I think. Red Immortals, Tony Stewart, out of 199. Going to Nick Chase. Yeah, back when Tim Snyder wasn't the scum of the earth, and I thought he was a friend, we used to joke, because we would have these conversations too, and we'd say, if they would just give us the keys to the NASCAR production for 6 months, we could really turn this thing around. But yeah, I mean, if they would just give somebody with a little bit of common sense the keys to the castle for a bit, we could figure it out. 38 out of 99, Fresh Faces, Brandon Jones. Gonna go to Dave. And last pack. We'll put a bow on what's been a really terrific certified break. And again, tomorrow night is IndyCar night. IndyCar tomorrow. I will tell you guys, just so everybody's aware on the same page before I keep going, I have 30 boxes of Indy Pacific left, 3-0. My plan is to do our break tomorrow night with 10 of them. I'm going to do another break in April with 10 of them. And then my plan is to do an Indy 500 break with the final 10. And I'm really not planning on getting more unless there's some still available as of Indy weekend. So that's kind of my plan with the 30 boxes that I have here. Just wanted to kind of bring that out in the open for everybody, let you know what I've got going here. 63 of 149 for the King, going to John. The Indy 500 break, I'd like to try to maybe get a couple hobby boxes and make that a little bit bigger mixer, but we'll see what happens. we'll see what we can do when we get a little closer to that time. But don't have a ton of that stuff left. So if we do a fast recap, we can catch the feature. Well, then we're going to do a fast recap, Dave. Here we go. We had a gold mirror Dale Earnhardt Jr. to 25. Kyle Busch, gold mirror skills to 25. Purple out of 25, Austin Dillon. Both are 16 to 25. Piece of the race, Kyle Busch. Ryan Newman, certified swatches. Tony Stewart. Cole Custer. Christopher Bell. William Byron. Dale Jr. Casey Kane. Eric Almirola. Fresh Faces, Brandon Jones. Man, I love that patch auto. Christopher Bell to 25. Trevor Bain. David Reagan. Kyle Petty. And Matt Tifft. That is a young Matt Tifft. If you've seen him more recently, you'll know what I'm talking about. He looks like a really young man in that picture. We did have the gold certified material signatures Jimmy Johnson redemption. First Indy Pronto is on. Oh, Storm Ghost, I'm excited to hear how you like that. I wish I would have signed up. I've already got instant regret for not joining because I should have. We had the purple Martin Truex to 10. The mirror green Kyle Busch to 10. And, of course, the Richard Petty patch autograph 7 out of 10. So big congrats to everybody. That's all I got for tonight. Yeah, appreciate the support. Like I said, tomorrow I will post the Cup race pool for this coming weekend in the afternoon, probably 3:30, 4 o'clock range. And then tomorrow night I will post the Indy 500 or Indy Pacific break. That'll be our next break for this week, for spring break week. So everybody have a great rest of your night. I'm going to go try to catch the end of this race on FS1. And until then, we'll see y'all next time.